Sometimes in fashion or clothing, you have these out-of-body experiences. You're at a store, you see a piece and you fall in love with it and you pull the trigger. You go home and you're like, why did I spend that much money on a piece of clothes? And you're happy with it, and then sometimes you regret it. Today we're gonna talk about 10 splurges that I absolutely love. Welcome to my channel. My name is James and I like clothes and well-made things. But let's get into the first piece. So these are my Oak Street Bootmakers Black Chrome XL with a Visvim bottom. These were a limited edition, I believe from like 2018, I wanna say. I could be completely wrong, I'll confirm in a second. But I really like these. I've worn the heck out of them. If you look in the heel, you'll start to see that where like the black is starting to wear off. So Oak Street Bootmakers is out of Chicago. They do a number of different boot iterations, and they do hand welted, made in America boots. Perfect part heritage, perfect part lifestyle. I did actually hate them for a while, and I put them on eBay to sell them and nobody bought them. And I'm glad that is the case because I've fallen back in love. I love the all black horse bit. I love the worn in look of these. They're like the perfect go out and grab your laundry or wear like unlined. They are Blake stitched. So for those of you who are Blake stitch haters, they're awesome and I'm gonna keep them for the rest of my life. Number 2 on the list is going to be my Visvim Zahar, I believe these are called. There's the Skagway, which I think is the lace-up version, and then the Zahar, which is the slide. This is a shoe that makes no sense. Like, you can go get a pair of Chucks for $70 and love them. I'm a big Chucks guy. You've seen in my previous videos, Converse Chuck Taylors are one of my favorite shoes of all time. This just hits differently sometimes. So the Zahar is going to be like a natural upper. It's by Visvim, which you know is going to be an amazing quality. You've got a full calfskin lining, a Visvim sole, and then it is actually corked lined. Every time I put it on, it gives me that feeling that I just love it. This is an example of like a not value for money. This is 100% a luxury item, a splurge that you love, but I don't own any like white shoes with red, and then like I love the big chunky sole. Although it's not like a cost per wear or it's not like value for money, the value that I get from it is when I put it on and I just enjoy it. That's sometimes more important than like putting on a shoe and being like, oh, well, they're gonna last me forever after the 2.5 years that I spend breaking them in. Love these shoes. So these are gonna be my Our Legacy Camion boots. So the Camion boots, there's a decisive love and hate for them. Some people don't like the square toe or that Western feel. And sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it, but overall, I would say I really like it. I was originally gonna get the black ones, but they didn't have them in stock, so I ended up pulling the trigger on the brown. And I'm glad that I did because it really kind of takes me out of my element. This is a shoe that I wear and I know that for me, I'm kind of pushing myself, come out of my comfort zone. I love the kind of shiny leather. I think the ankle is just wearing so well. And then the toe is just so cool. Again, it's got another Visvim bottom. I went with a 40 on these. There's a lot of different opinions on what size of sizing you should do. I tend to be a 40 or a 41. If it's a boot with a zipper and not laces, I'll probably go with a 40. But this is a boot that I don't know if you can have it resold. I've heard different answers about it being Goodyear welted and then being Blake stitched, and there are stitches throughout the whole thing. But I just believe that Our Legacy makes some really cool kind of fun pieces. And I really like this for the fact that it takes me out of my element and kind of puts me into a different vibe than I traditionally would naturally go to. So that's why I wear it, and it kind of pushes me, and I really like it for that. So I've got one more pair of shoes or boots, and this is a boot that I've had for quite a while, and I think there's gonna be, again, a little bit of controversy between whether it's good or bad. These are my Bottega Veneta lug boots. This is a boot that is kind of insane. It's got a super high upper, and then it's got a really bulbous toe with a big chunky heel. This is not a shoe for everyone, and it is extremely expensive. This was nearly $1,300, but I really love these. I'm glad I went with the black because I think it wears well. I love the high top because I can keep it stacked up top, or I can bring it down below, and it's got a huge chunky heel. I don't believe it can be replaced, but I'm not worried about that. I've already had these for about 3 years, and I'm wearing them a lot and I really love them. Do I think that there are better alternatives for the price? I don't know. I own these ones and these are the ones that I'm focusing on, but I really enjoy these boots because again, just like the Our Legacy boot, I think it just adds a level of like sophistication to a personal style. I wear them with raw denim and then I'll wear them with like a pair of slacks and then I'll wear them with like a pair of sweatpants or just the shorts. Like I just think they're so fun and they kind of put me out of my element. The Bottega Veneta lug boots are definitely something that I'm happy that I've gotten, and I think it's just such a fun item to wear, and it elevates me and takes me out of my personal element. So that's something that I'm happy that I've got. So these are my Bode donkey shorts, but I really like these. I got these in Texas when I was at the F1 race, and this is the first item that I've ever been like shopping with Victoria, and she's like, you should do that. They're a kind of a 5-inch inseam with a white canvas. I love the stitching of them. I tend to fall on the more conservative Bode side just because I don't love everything they do. Sometimes it's a bit too unique for me, but I do have 2 pieces from them and I think their stuff is just super cool. The Bode donkey shorts are a piece that I just find myself really enjoying. Every time I put them on, I don't wear them often just because I don't really have the ability. My days off, I'm trying to wear my denim and stuff like that. They do need a little bit of a dusting or a wash right now, but I'm happy that I have these and I think they're just a fun short. They are exorbitantly expensive. Like this is not a rational purchase, but I'm really happy that I have them now and they're something that I'm gonna have for a while, even if they are out of style. So this is something that I obsessed about and then I eventually pulled the trigger and I'm really happy that I did. These are gonna be my Capital Century denim. These are the number 9. So the number 9 are a black denim that is got a mud dyed shishiko fabric. They are inspired by like a 1940s, 1930s denim. So you'll see the buckle back right here and then you're gonna see the donut hole buttons. And then they are a hidden rivet with kind of canvas pockets. If you look at the pant itself, this right here is going to show like the different dyeing methods. They tend to use 3 different dyeing methods while making these pants. I'm starting to get some like pretty decent fades out of them. These were really expensive, but I think if you take care of them, there's something that you're going to have for a while. I like the black with the brown because it goes so well with the Bottega boots. It goes really well with my loafers. It's definitely not something that you can wear outside to like a nice dinner or to that, but I love it because it's just so striking. They've got the perfect level of straight leg kind of baggy fit that I like. The brown is starting to fade into white. They're just so cool and I'm so happy that I got them. And I actually have a few other pairs of Century denim because I have no impulse control. So hopefully down the road I'll wear in all of these and I'll have like a really great collection of jeans, but as of right now I'm focusing on these and I'm really happy that I've got them. So this piece is a 100% impulse purchase. This was something that I bought and Victoria was like, what are you doing? And I went home and I honestly had like a little bit of a stomach ache. I'm like, why did I spend all that money on this piece? But I'm happy that I got it. And this is my Iron Hearts Type 3 modified suede rough out jacket. I'm not gonna carry this for the whole time because it weighs like 10 pounds. It is so heavy, but I absolutely love this jacket. So it's called a modified Type 3 because it's a little bit longer and then it's got pockets, which traditionally I don't like long. As you know, I'm 5'8" and about 180 pounds, and I have a hard time wearing stuff that's long, but because this is kind of more of a Japanese fit, I went with a size 40, and the long fits me like right at my waist. For a jacket that's like this heavy, I'm completely okay with it hitting my hips. It is super heavy. I love the brass, so it's got really beautiful brass buttons that say like Ironheart Works Incorporated. The pockets are like in the perfect place. Sometimes if you're wearing a jacket, you feel like you have to like grab your pockets from the back of your hip. These fit and sit right in the perfect area. I love the suede because I can, again, dress it up. I've worn this to work with like slacks and then I'll just throw some jeans on it too and it looks great. Like you can elevate it and then you can dress it down, like high fashion as well as just regular heritage. I haven't worn it a super amount just because I got it like near the end of the winter, so I haven't really been able to wear it. Ironheart's like quality is like insane. This is a piece that you'll literally wear for the rest of your life. So this is my Noah for Barbour Bode, I believe it's called. I got this because I love the paisley look on it. It's like very much a unique kind of paisley fit. And then it's got the traditional tartan lining. I just really like this jacket. It's great on days where it's like kind of wet out, but it's not rainy. Obviously it's a British company, so they understand being wet and muddy more than the United States does. Just a jacket that I've really enjoyed. I've found myself wearing it because, again, I can wear it with a suit and it looks great, and it actually like very like peacocky. And then if I'm dressed with a pair of jeans, or if I'm wearing some like army fatigues or something like that, it looks great as well. During the fall, winter kind of Chicago time, there's days where it's like 80 degrees and then there's days where it's 60 degrees. And this is like perfect for that because in the morning you can put it on and it'll be 60 degrees, you'll have it zipped up all the way. And then when you're going home, it's like 75, 80. You can keep it on and unzip it. I mean, you are gonna be a little bit hot, but it's like perfect for that. And then it's not waterproof, but it's got a level of water resistance that you can just, again, get caught in a little bit of rain and it's gonna be great. I bought this one on eBay, so this is from a couple of years ago. They did like an orange one, I think, and then they did like a leopard or a zebra print, I'm sorry, and then they did the paisley. I would love the Supreme leopard one that they did, but that's for another day. And if you were on the fence about getting a Barbour jacket, I was for a really long time. It was like not quite my vibe. Definitely recommend getting them. I'm really happy that I had this, and it's definitely gonna be something that stays in my collection for quite a while. And the first one is gonna be my glasses. If you've been following my channel at all, you'll know that I'm a big glasses person. I've got a number of pairs of Jacques Mage, Chrome Hearts, a bunch of different other brands as well. And I just love their stuff. I think they make amazing quality, and I think glasses can really elevate a person's personal style. Your shoes and your glasses are gonna be something that a person looks at like first. And every time you have a conversation with them, they're gonna be looking at your glasses. So I think it's just an important thing to have and continue to wear, and maybe invest in them because you're wearing them more than any other item that you're ever gonna have. So it's just worth the investment and worth kind of having some fun. And everybody's got their own kind of price point of what they feel is comfortable to spend on a piece of clothing. For me, I use my flex spending and kind of splurge that way, but I'm very happy that I have these, and they're definitely a piece of clothing that I'm gonna continue to enjoy and love for time to come. So this is something that I don't talk about often. I really enjoy them, but they're more for me than they are to talk about and everything like that. But these are gonna be my watches. The watch that I'm looking at that I'm bringing up in particular is gonna be my Rolex. It's from 1983. It's a 16750. It's a GMT Master 1 if you're looking for the name. So I particularly like to buy pieces that are a part of a memory, something that I'm gonna attach to like a really good vibe, and then something that I can pass on to the different generations. I have 2 nephews right now, and I have 2 watches for each one of my nephews. And that's something that's super important to me, and they are expensive, so I'm not trying to tell you to like go out and max out your credit cards or do anything like that, but there are cool items to have, whether you're buying something at the $100 range or you're buying something at the $100,000 range. They're just a lot of fun, and they're great pieces that are gonna last you forever. Also, for the most part, hold their value pretty well. So if you do need to get rid of them, you have that option. So, you know, if you have a baby on the way, or you're looking to put a deposit on the house or something along those lines, that is something that you can buy and get rid of pretty quickly. It is a good asset to have that if shit hits the fan, then you should be able to get rid of pretty quickly. Those are my 10. Thank you for coming, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the channel. If you like my videos, please subscribe, and I'll see you next week, hopefully. Goodbye.